even my animal hits. So I have a pretty special build for you. Look at this. This is going off the screen, and this is all part of this build and all very, very legal. So this is because I was playing with that riding Vivisectionist that is kind of like the hard damage carry early in that Brutal Unfair Merc run. I was thinking, how do I make that if you want to play it as the main character? And uh, what I did is I combined kind of that build with a concept I wanted to do, and basically get the most out of the Gold Dragon Mythic Pass. So without further ado, this is the character you see here. Front loaded to be kind of like the Merc Vivisectionist I'm using in that Merc run recently, but it's improved, so it would be like the main character. Attack bonus is fine. It's boosted with some things. It can be higher with some items, but this is pretty good. I have some endgame items on, but there might be some slightly better combos. You can probably push it a bit more. But as I said, we'll attack touch AC anyways. But as I said, it's front loaded, so it's kind of nice to play. Will carry you. It'll also start basically like that, riding with a sectionist as a tandem executioner, going into a couple of levels of Vivisectionist, and then just straight Sohei to 6 this time. And after you're done with that, you can check the description. You can take Instinctual Warrior 4. You can take the 1 dip in Arcane Rider, and round it out with 4 Mutation Warrior. The Mutation Warrior, here's the thing. You can go tandem executioner to 3, as I did, just because of like, it's up to tandem executioner 3 for hunter tactics and shake it off. Mutation Warrior 5 to get maybe weapon training on some bite attacks, which you do have a couple of, although your main weapon is still the Fauchard. So I was thinking of putting 1 level into something like the Tortured Crusader, the Wisdom Smite Crusader, but your swift actions are pretty full anyways between what you can do already, and it's not exactly easy to be lawful good towards the end there. We start the build as lawful good, so we can front load the Sohei levels and then drift into trickster territory, basically, because after that the stuff like Instinctual Warrior, Mutation Warrior, it doesn't matter if you're lawful anymore. But yeah, I'll summarize the build. You can check it also in the description. It's we start with improved initiative. Starting stats are 18 here because you're Oriad Metal Soul with lead blades. Starting stats, I believe, was 18 here. Yeah, like 12 here, 14 here. Base value was 11 here, and then this was at 16 with a base value of 14, and this was dumped to 7. So yeah, and then we'd go improved initiative, we go weapon proficiency Fauchard, boon, companion, power attack. You see I always raise strength. With the trickster levels, if you get some intermediate items, these stats might be a bit higher too. This was just like a kind of an endgame inevitable test of the build, but given that it's modeled on that riding Vivisectionist, it will perform splendidly actually. And then you go to you always raise strength and go focus strike into improved critical for card, into improved critical for card. This is when you're a trickster, into lunge, into raging brutality, and into cleaving finish. These extra feats you can see here, I have mounted shield because as a Vivisectionist you can cast shield on yourself and it will apply to your mount. And then Spirited Charge, here's the second feat, and combat reflexes here. From Instinctual Warrior, there's no really bonus feats. The only thing you take is Powerful Stance. And here in Fighter Mutation Warrior, this is why we take it, and then because we like the extra feats, improve, critical improve for Shard, Cleave, and Perfect Strike. I like Perfect Strike a lot, personally. Though this last one is more flexible for you, but Perfect Strike is a free action, and it basically guarantees a crit. Most of the time a hit and a crit. And Hunter is Outflank and Shake It Off. This is also why I took 3 here for Shake It Off. Yeah. Alchemist goes up to Furl Mutagen, and from Arcane Rider you have that 1 level for the Arcane Pool and the eventual Dimension Strike. And lastly, I wanted to say, this is with 6 Sohei, it is very easy to play early, carry you, and there won't be any problems. There is an option because if you look at our mythics again, we do have Abundant Key here at 3. You can just avoid the lawful alignment entirely and go Drunken Master here. If you're experienced, you would have to rearrange some feats because I believe you wouldn't get mounted shield first of all, so your mount would be more vulnerable. That's why I say like the Sohei version is really just straight through easier to play from 1 through 20 without much hassle. But with Drunken Master, if you go for it, you'd have to rearrange some feats. I'm sure you can. You still would get 3 bonus feats. You would have to take them, maybe improved initiative down to Monk. Still take combat reflexes from Monk. Stuff like that. If you're experienced, you can theorycraft a build for yourself that revolves around 6 Drunken Master and then the same levels as I show here. The reason is because then with Drunken Key from Drunken Monk and Abundant Key, you would have possibly another plus 12 attack here and plus 12 AC if you want. It would be stronger in the end, but this Sohei version is just easier to play, I would say, throughout. This is on 1x Brutal. Alright, so I mean, we don't even need it. We're gonna kill it now. So, and let's see. Yeah. And then you just hang out there. Perfect strike? No. We have to go for maybe a dimension strike. because I'm not sure we'll hit it. Well, on Bootle. Yeah, well, touch AC. Dimension Strike. Done.
We won't falter.
In terms of equipment there, I was using extra attack items. I was not using something like Rezmir's Mask. There is an option instead of the extra strength bonuses to go for an extra attack naturally with camaraderie. And as you see, this is stuff you would get. Some of it is very endgame, some not. There might be some better items you would get along the way. I know off the top of my head that these are very good, so I slotted them in here to show. And then, like, the pet was pretty much naked there. Like, you could definitely do more there. Now, before you go Gold Dragon, your build will look something like this on Trickster Mythic 7. Mythical Beast, just because it's gonna be a very important for you to have a pet. Your pet is gonna be very powerful on this build, so we do take it. We have then we have Power Attack Mythic. At 3, when we go Trickster, we can take Abundant Key and Knowledge Arcana to improve the items you get. At Mythic 4, it's of course improved Critical Mythic on the Fauchards, and both ranks in Perception, so you can start taking the improved critical feats. That's very important here at Mythic 4, and you should rush Mythic 4. This is actually the ideal setup to do it. You can't really get the improved critical feats before Mythic 4 on Trickster anyway, so you should rush your Mythic quest in Act 3, so you can start taking them as soon as possible. And then at 5, we would have already around this time a level in Instinctual Warrior, so we can limit this rage to take advantage of it. And we start to go for domains now with religion rank 1. And then at Mythic 6, this from around 5 to 6 is where your pet might be behind a few levels. And that's like the only time the pet will be behind you for a few levels. But as soon as you get lore religion rank 2, and athletics, because it's just useful, and improved initiative mythic here. With this, your first 2 domains that you get extra, I would take animal domain again. You can do it, and it will forever from that point scale your pet to your level. And I take war domain because war domain gives an extra feat, and that feat can be an improved critical feat, basically. So that's what we do here, and at 7 we repeat it, and this time we go for 2 more domains. On this particular guy, he's not my main domain support guy, he's the damage dealer. So here I did not take something like Community and Madness. I actually took Nobility, which is a rarer domain but quite nice, and Destruction domain to scale damage even more. Of course, I would always recommend Destruction domain just to scale damage even more through the roof here, or and then that last domain is up to you, whatever you feel you're lacking. We have Last Stand just because when I make a build I do put Last Stand on it. Last Stand can of course always be taken here first if you want absolute safety, and improved initiative can also be taken here second if you feel like it. The thing is, if you feel like you don't want Last Stand, this is a free feat. You can take something like Master Shapeshifter or Ever Ready. Yeah, and after you gold dragon, of course, all of this stuff will vanish from Trickster, but you'll keep your domains you selected, very importantly at Mythic 6 and 7. And once you go dragon, you will take something like, uh, in terms of breath attacks, I don't focus on the attacks, I focus on the utility breaths that might come in useful, like mind clearing breaths. Here we'll take Abundant Arcane Pool because you do have that level of Magus, which you will soon put to very good use. Because here at level 9, we take Grand Discovery Grand Mutagen to upgrade the Mutagen to the Grand version. We take extra Rage Power Wrecking Blows, which is great. Like you'd normally have to be a Barbarian 12 to take this, and you can see it deals each of your attacks will deal additional damage equal to your Constitution modifier, which will be quite high by the end of the game. This is quite a good damage increase. That's why we took those 4 levels of Instinctual Warrior. Also, we put them to good use, and we maximized the 1 Arcane Rider level completely by getting this impossible feat Dimension Strike, which is the OP Magus feat. And because your Arcane Rider, Dimension Strike will not only resolve for yourself, but also for your pet. So this is like, I think this is Gold Dragon right here put to maximum use, basically. Like we're squeezing everything we can out of it. I took Perfect Cavalry because you are a striker, you're not a tank. And in real time, Perfect Cavalry is an excellent feat to move around and flank enemies. I like it quite a bit. Um, and Mythic 10 matters way less. Again, we take some utility breath attacks, and I took Ever Ready, but I think Flawless attacks here would be better. It depends. Against bosses, Flawless attacks, hard enemies should be prioritized, and Ever Ready is whatever, it's for trash anyways. I don't feel like you need it, so this should actually probably be Flawless attacks. Now, it's for your pet. I took the Aggressor Thickchumba Triceratops for a change. Just because it's Aggressor, and the Triceratops has a very nice charge attack. Of course, you can go for the very consistent, reliable, and probably overpowered dog Tripper. I just wanted to get a Triceratops here for a change. This aggressor with Trickster is built somewhat differently than your typical Tripper bully dog. We have dodge, we have weapon focus gore, we have improved unarmed still, we have crane still just for some tanking safety, combat reflex, improved critical, improved critical, because once you're Trickster you can give these feats to your pet. Dazzling display, shatter, and lunge for more reach here. If this also has power attack, and it will attack touch AC with Dimension Strike. You can go for the reliable bully dog as well and build it as a Tripper. It's up to you. This is interesting and fun to play for a change, and you build this one for offense, so you pump strength. Make sure it this is even without I think Stern Hand. With Stern Hand it will be like 70 strength here. Yeah, it'll be a pretty powerful pet for you, especially with the mythic beast. I wanted to show the pet here.